Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my 21-week pregnancy update, and I feel like I have more to share than I did last week. But let's get into what the Ovia pregnancy app says, because the Bump app isn't working right now for some strange reason. Like, that never happens. And of all times, this Ovia app says that he's the size of a bok choy. But just in case you don't know what bok choy is, to give you another idea of what size he is, the What to Expect app says he's the size as a large banana. Just to keep in mind. The app says he's about 10.5 inches long and he weighs about 3/4 of a pound, which I do know how much he weighs, and I'll get into that when I talk about me and my visits this week as well. So a few fun facts about the baby this week is that he's producing meconium, which is the black tarry substance which will make up what his first poop is, basically. The app also says that his skin is still a little see-through, but he will be fattening up soon, which will also help with his brain development and help him with being able to control his own body temperature after he's born as well. And one last thing the app says is that his legs and his arms are in proportion to each other now. So one isn't longer than the other or anything of that sort. So again, another week that these apps don't line up with how I feel. Like, I don't have any back pains right now. My gums isn't bleeding because of the pregnancy hormones, and it could give you like weird dental issues. And it also says that I should be super hungry because I'm eating for 2 now, and I'm not even super hungry. I mean, I wish I was. Glad I'm not, but yeah, I don't have that symptom as well. So to discuss my appointment with my OB and to tell you guys how that went, I talked to her about a few things that was like going on with like what was the leg cramps and the tightening of my stomach those couple days, and she just basically said that could be due to hydration, to dehydration. So to make sure I'm getting plenty of fluids, which I already thought, and I feel like I am getting enough fluids. I'm gonna try to drink up more. So that was that. As far as the heartbeat in my ear, she said that was very common, nothing to worry about. I also talked to her about the biggest issue I feel like I'm just having, which is just basic tiredness, and that I thought like you usually get your energy back or whatever, and basically that I can't sleep at night, so that makes me even more tired. So she basically was trying to get into things that I went through with Kennedy to see if I was going through it now, and basically I'm not. Like, I'm not anxious, like I don't have anxiety with this pregnancy. I am just not worried or thinking negative, like, oh, I can't eat this, I can't drink that, which is just a few things that bothered me with when I was pregnant the last time, that I was worried about. Like, I gotta do this, like I can't do that. Like, none of that bothers me. Like, I'm very calm. I don't worry about things I could possibly be worried about. Like, and all of that stuff is out of my control. God got it. Like, I cannot. But basically, she just was saying, like, I have a lot that I could, be worried about, and just trying to see if any of that could be keeping me up at night. And I told you it's not. So I told her it wasn't. There's not nothing on that front to worry about. If anything, I'm trying to think about when I'm gonna get a video up for Instagram, for YouTube, for you guys. But also, that's not nothing that stresses me out. Like, I don't get paid for it, and I actually do YouTube as a hobby for myself. It's not something that, if I'm stressing about. If I don't get a video up, I'm not going to eat today. Like, it's not that serious for me. Yeah, it's not. So that ain't keeping me up either. So we basically I brought up something that I could take called Unisom, and she definitely said, you know, yes, you can take. It's also safe for the baby. We was going over that. So she prescribed me some Unisom, but because it's over the counter, my insurance didn't cover it, so I just bought it. It's like $12. It's like 48 tablets. I probably took it 3 times. The first time I took it too late at night that it like lingered into the next day. So usually I take it around 8 p.m. the last 2 times. And again, I'm not taking it every day. I'm just trying to see if it helps me get on a sleeping pattern so I can get used to sleeping during, you know, 9 o'clock once Kennedy go down. Excuse me. And then you know, be up at a certain time during the day and try to get those things done then, instead of me handling everything at night and then just still being up at night after I'm done picking up the house or whatever. So we'll see how that works. So far so good. She also measured the baby, which I believe they do it from your pelvic bone, your pelvic bone, pubic bone, to where they press and feel where your uterus is. So she came up with 19 inches, which she's like, it's kind of normal, but is, what is it, like a week behind from what I was at the time. That was all good. So moving along to my ultrasound appointment, Kennedy was there. She was well behaved for the most of it. She woke up towards the end and, you know, she got cranky, but we pretty much were done. They checked my cervix. It's long. It's still long. It's not short, so I don't have to get stitches, and it's closed again, so I don't have to get a stitch to keep it closed so the baby won't come early. And everything was like going good. Mary Ellen, which was the ultrasound tech, just gave me a bad vibe. Everything I was asking her, she was just telling me no. And I know like some of the stuff, she was just doing her job. I get it. And it could have just been me and I was a little irritated. But just like even discussing it with my husband, some of the stuff she had me doing, like we don't even usually do. Like take my navel ring out. But again, I understand that was probably her job, but girl, that baby is nowhere near my belly button, and you're not gonna be pressing on my belly button. Like, that's gonna feel awkward and hurt anyway. But anyway, just little stuff. She just kept, I asked her, she told me no. But nonetheless, everything looked good with the baby, and he's doing fine. He's growing fine. And speaking of growing, I asked her for the weight, and she said, I asked her to check the weight. She's like, oh, usually they weigh between, at this stage, 10 to 11 ounces. Okay, well, I still want you to check. So she checked, and my baby weighs 1 pound already. Like, which I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised, but I wasn't really surprised because, again, I carry big babies. So that's why I asked her to check. Yeah, so that was that. So since she told me he weighed 1 pound, that triggered me to ask her the next question, which was, am I measuring on time? Like, am I on exact time with my due date? And she said, no, you're measuring 6 days ahead of what you already are. So I was just like, wow. Like, so that was interesting to find out. And again, I asked her, does that change my due date? Does that mean I'm going to go in early? And she's saying, no, it doesn't change your due date, because we're still going by your last cycle, which, again, I was keeping track of that anyway, because if you don't know, I was already trying to get pregnant, but I stopped trying to get pregnant. But I still was keeping track of my cycles. But yeah, basically, I have to come back for a growth scan. I think we scheduled it around 34, 35 weeks to see where we at then. And basically, it's still up in the air whether I will need a C-section. It's still up in the air. Maybe I need to induce. And again, with my OB, I talked to her too about getting my husband all the documentation that he needs so he can be here on time for the birth. So that's still up in the air and how we're going to get all of this scheduled out, but I'm going to keep you guys posted on it as well. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Like the apps, I'm still going to go by what the bump app says, and you know what to expect, and the ovia pregnancy, I'm still going to go by what those apps says until otherwise. The app says my appetite is going to like start getting higher, and it really hasn't. It gotten better than originally in that first trimester, but it hasn't gotten to like I'm hungry all the time. I'm hungry all the time, or I need to eat, or anything like that. I honestly think I should be eating more, but again, he's growing fine, so that it doesn't really worry me that like I don't have that pregnancy second trimester appetite. So that was a whole informational week of appointments. So I'm interested to go back and talk to my doctor and see what we're going to schedule out with the baby just being, you know, bigger than expected. But let me get into showing you guys my bump. Still didn't put my navel ring back in. But yeah guys, I think that's pretty much it. Everything just like seems to be selling smoothly, like no real issues than just being tired, like tired, which I'm trying to get more rest. I'm trying. But again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you keep following me week to week on this journey. I can't wait to meet my son. I can't wait for the next ultrasound. Like, I might try to press for one. I don't think they're gonna give me it, but we'll see. I'm just telling them I'm really worried. I don't know, we'll see if they give me one or not. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next vlog.